for the Chiefs. Ball to the near side for Peterborough. They set things up. Outside shot. Ward's well outside his normal stance. Ball's going to go wide. Coming right out of his net, though, is Evan Kirk. And now a penalty against the Chiefs as Brent Colombe, I believe, is going to call goaltender interference. And wow, delay a game called. Going against the goaltender, Evan Kirk. So delay a game to call. My mistake. I thought that penalty was going against the Chiefs, as it seemed to be he was yelling for the player to stop. But a delay a game, a break for the Six Nations Chiefs, as they're going to head back onto the power play. Man goes to the box, a rare delay a game call against the goaltender Evan Kirk, and now power play back to work. Here's Dawson to Benesh. They play catch. Benesh back up, Stotts to the crease. Kirk in the box formation as the Lakers defense. Outside shot, what a stop by Kirk off the leg pad and up into the safety netting, which behind the end zone here at the ILA. A tight box for the Peterborough Lakers defense, keeping them outside shooting. Dawson. Pass behind the back, doesn't connect here with the righties on the near side. Stotts to the crease. The one-timer right on the doorstep for Dawson. But Colombe says he reaches in the crease. And it's a turnover. And the Lakers take over. Lakers rag team gets the applaud going once again from their fan bus who made their way down tonight to Chiefs Nation. 10-10 remaining here in the second. 6-6 draw, and that once again is going to be an over and back call. Benesh starts with the ball for the Chiefs. Up top it goes for Dane Smith. A new look on this power play as Randy Stotts jumps off. Dane Smith takes his spot. Dane Smith up top. Backs pedals and now over to Benesh. Benesh to Smith. Former teammates playing catch. Now up top, the shot, and they stop as that's going to pop out. Former teammates in the NLL, of course. In case you missed it, both of them will part ways as Benesh has been traded to Colorado earlier this month. That shot going to go off the crossbar, and it's going to go right to Curtis Dixon, who's on his horse, and he goes right in. Dylan Ward down, and he is not doing well as Ward seems to be injured, as seems to be his leg, as this is not good if you're the Six Nations Chiefs. Dylan Ward down as Dixon went hard into him. Of course, goaltending backup tonight, none other than Brandon Miller, and luckily for the Chiefs, that's one heck of a backup.
That's definitely 1A and 1B, that's for sure. But again, you don't want to see anybody hurt, and again, a collision like that just happens.
Well, as you look, Dixon hurt as well, as both of them, he just tried to pull the trigger. I'm not sure if he fell or if he just went in hard, but nevertheless, went right into the right leg pad of Dylan Ward. So it's going to be Chief possession with 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. That penalty, of course, a delay a game minor against goaltender Evan Kirk. So Dan Dawson starts with the ball. He's had a beautiful goal tonight for the Chiefs. Dawson now to Benesh. Benesh. Now up top, Dawson. Look at Randy Stotts causing havoc in the middle.
What a battle.
Dawson to the near side to Benesh. Scores! That's beautiful power play. And that is how the Chiefs strike, and they make it a 7-6 game.
Wow, what a beautiful power play. And again, with 1 second left with the man advantage, and a beautiful passing play finished off by Benesh, who faked up top, and then he goes down low and almost rolled that one past Kirk. And now we've got a 7-6 lead for the Chiefs, 9:09 left in the second period.
Well, we knew it was going to be tight, and after the first period, you may have thought otherwise, but we're right back forth in this seesaw battle. So here we go, back to the dot. The Chiefs trying to switch things up. Corbett's going to take the draw this time. Trying to shuffle through draw men is, of course, Vaughn Harris and Jeremy Thompson not on the dots tonight. for the Chiefs. Peterborough Lakers near perfection at the face-off circle tonight as they start with the ball with 8:50 remaining in the second. Back to the far side. Chiefs defense trying to keep this 1-goal lead intact as Evans just cuts right in on Dylan Ward. He seems to be okay after that big collision. Makes the stop, and it comes to Jones here on the near side. Jones through Buchanan, now to the near side, the shot. Ward stepping out and making that big save. Ward pushes the floor quickly. Bomberry settling things down. As the Chiefs quicken and ball trick. Ball stays up top though with Bomberry. Now down low to the lefties on the far side. Swings it up top. Here's Harris. Don Harris, start of the year wearing 52, has switched to 28. Back the other way, Peterborough with the ball. Hope. The shot off a defender's stick for the Chiefs, and he stepped through the crease. So the Lakers got to get back on defense as the Chiefs take over with possession. That errant pass was intended, I believe, for Stotts, but it's well high and out of the reach. Here comes Peterborough, now back the other way. Zach Courier, who wears number 77, caught on offense. Strong D for the Lakers. And a reason why one of their goals against average, the best in the MSL. Now to the far side. 5 seconds to shoot. Outside shot. Ward saw all of it and made the save. Rebound now. An electric pass just to the wrong side of the Chiefs' Dan Coates. And they got to get back as the Chiefs are able to find the loose ball and win the battle. Up top it comes for Point. Point, one of the best righties for the Chiefs in the regular season, but has been quiet in the MSL playoffs. Now to Benesh. Back to the far side, the shot. Evan Kirk, who was on the ground, pops the shoulder up to make the good square save. Once again, I hope you're having no problems at home as we're trying to bring you live coverage and get it right back up to we can. Some technical difficulties as we bring you live MSL coverage tonight here from the ILA. Spencer Tangway and Daryl Smart are proud to bring you the action. That shot from Curtis Dixon rang off the goal post and will stay with Curtis Dixon and company. 6.5 to go in period number 2, game number 1. 7-6 in favor of the Chiefs. Now to the far side, he's on his wrong side as they swing it back to Katoni, who couldn't squeeze. Katoni, the youngest player on the floor for the Lakers. Oh, what a beautiful attempt, but they just couldn't get it on net. Olda Katoni, Alberta native, came down to play Peterborough Junior A Laker ball, easily noticed by his splash in the Junior A loop, and the Lakers were proud to pick him up. 1994 born. Now to the far side. 5:55 remaining in the second period. Dawson has the ball up top. Dawson, shovel pass here to the near side for Stotts. Shoots over the top of the shoulder of Dawson, but they can't get it on net. This time it's Mark Steinhaus who finds the loose ball. Steinhaus to the streaking Laker, and they score. Curtis Dixon. A beautiful shot, a beautiful pass from Mark Steinhaus, and it's a 7-7 game. .537 left to go. It is a 7-7 contest after that beautiful goal by Curtis Dixon. And Curtis Dixon, of course, known as Superman around the lacrosse world, and he's shown it throughout this entire 2017 campaign. I can only talk about him so much and how this Laker offense feeds through that right side of the floor with Evans, of course, being right there with him. Curtis Dixon coming into tonight's game, 11 points in his 6 games, 9 goals with 2 helpers to add. Face-off battle once again. It's Corbett, who this time's going to be able to find the loose ball. Corbett in, just the shot goes high and wide. Stotts is able to find the loose ball, and they pull it out to Dane Smith, who winds and fires. That caught a shot and a piece of Kirk. Loose ball battle right on the Arrows Express white logo. And now coming back the other way, that's Matthews. Matthews, 1 goal to his name as a D guy for the Lakers in this MSL postseason. Ball starts here on the near side. 15 seconds on the shot clock. We're under 5 to play here in the second. Ball with the righties on the far side. That's Courier. Courier has Dixon up top, but that's going to go well wide. And Evan Kirk's going to make no attempt as the shot clock will expire before it makes it back across the goal line. Fresh clock and a lot of time for the Chiefs in this 7-7 draw. Now to the near side, it comes for Harris, but an illegal pick called. And Peterborough has possession back the other way. Nice shovel pass. Sproule connects with Sorensen, but the shot caught Ward going the other way, but it stays out of the goal. Hope has it now, and the Lakers regroup. 4:18 left to play in the second frame. They start it here on the near side. Jones with the lefties. Brad Self the shot. Good stop by Ward. As out comes Six Nations. Here's Harris. On Harris to the bench side through Benesh. Ryan Benesh, they could use one of his goals right now as he goes through Point. Point back to the middle. What a stop by Kirk. Had his shoulder dipping, but he was able to catch that. Now they come back the other way. Right in through Ward as Ward stood up tall. Didn't know where the ball was, but he was able to make the stop. Back and forth, high intensity lacrosse here in game 1. That pass, flip pass from Merrill to Point. Point has been on for quite a while now. That outside shot, Stotts. Rebound's going to be controlled by Peterborough as they push it here on the near side. They already have men out the door. Very fast chains and a very fast transition for this Laker defense and offense. Peterborough starts it here on the near side. 3:05 left to play with Holden Catoni with the ball. Catoni, the shot, kick save by Ward. Right back to Catoni as he's going to zing that one into the corner. Bounce pass off the turf here to the near side. Turner Evans gets it down low. Back over to the far side for the righties, Dixon. Dixon galloping around Bomberry. Coming into the middle, what a stop by Ward. That pass right up into the middle, now off the bench. Stotts coming in. That's Durston rather. What a stop by Evan Kirk. Durston, one of the strongest lefties on the floor for the Chiefs, unable to find a goal there. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. His shots are just coming left and right. It's a rapid fire here on the transition as Evans going to pull this one out. They come in, the shot, they score. And what do you know, the Lakers have their first lead of the contest.
Wow, what a goal. And you know what? This has been an action-packed second period. Sorry I was away. They're putting a couple tin cans and some tin foil up on the aerials trying to get the internet connection. But you know what? That's a beautiful goal, and Dixon finishes off there. And you know what? We've got an 8-7 lead for the Lakers. Wow, what a period.
Well, of course, a couple problems and glitches here at the ILA with the internet. A packed house on hand for game 1. As we apologize, and we will try to bring you the best coverage we can here in game 1 of this best of 7 series. Spencer Tangway alongside Daryl Smart and the rest of our broadcast team. Great partners tonight bringing you this free coverage. Be sure to check out Patricia, Sproule-Ward Law Offices in Orangeville, Ontario, and the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundations. We thank them for their tremendous support. That shot's going to go off the goaltender and wide. Ball stripped back. Chiefs got to find that loose ball as the shot clock expires, but it's controlled by the Chiefs that come in. Lakers got a good shot on goal with 1:33 remaining in the second frame. Dixon settling things down for the offense. Ball to the near side. 18 on the shot clock. They swing it through the lefties here on the near side. Self, they get it to the righties on the far side. Better stop by Ward. But this has been a game where Ward has seen a lot of rubber, but there's been times where it's been spurts almost, where he's been a little weak and he knows it, and he's rebounding well, and that's what the Chiefs need of him.
That's a full credit to Dylan Ward. You don't have to look back. Well, you just look back to last season in the MSL final against Peterborough. To a man, in those first 3 games, he was not pleased with himself. I remember an interview I did with him after Game 3. He was not happy at all, and he, along with his teammates, picked it up. And you know what? These guys are professionals, and they know when they are playing well. And he picked his game up, and again, true professional in his own right, and again, had a great season in the National Lacrosse League and goalie of the year.
Well, here's the big and tall Brock Sorensen. Now for Turner Evans. Lakers find themselves up by 1. They've climbed all the way back, being down in that 4-1 deficit after 20 minutes. 7 goals in this second period. And the Chiefs with 13.9. Daryl, they're going to call their first time out of the broadcast.
And it's a good time just to talk a recap about the game. 13.9 seconds left in the second period. But you know what? First period, we knew there was going to be a little bit of everything in this game and this series alone. And the first period, you have the perfect first period for a home team in a playoff series. And you know what? Peterborough Lakers played the best second period you could, especially after being deflated like they were in that first period. You know what? They come out guns a-blazing. But again, Six Nations Chiefs, you got to hand it to them. They have an answer. And again, these two teams really go at it. We knew that this was going to be a horse race, and we've got ourselves a 1-goal game. It's not really a surprise to us all.
Well, Patricia Sproule-Ward Law Offices are pleased to partner with the Chiefs in our 25th silver anniversary. The law office is proud to serve Dufferin County. Of course, they're located in Orangeville, Ontario, one of the lacrosse hotbeds, and home to Dylan Ward, who is, of course, one of the best goalies in the MSL, and we're pleased to broadcast with his mother and their law offices, proud partners of the Chiefs lacrosse.
I'm just doing a little live update here in the Mindel Cup, Game 1 with the Six Nations Zeros leading 4-2. Austin Stotts scores from the top corner according to Twitter, but the Arrows having a 4-2 lead over the Coquitlam Junior Adnaks over in Brampton.
Quick shot, they got 4 on the clock now. Outside shot's gonna go wide, and that will bring us to our second intermission. And what a turn of events here at the ILA. From being down 4-3, the Lakers storm all the way back. And Daryl, they own that second period, even though they're only up by 1.
They certainly did, and they certainly gave their fans that came by the busloads lots to cheer about as they gave them a round of applause as they go to the dressing room. And again, like we said a few minutes ago, it was a perfect period for the Peterborough Lakers. You get down like that early, and there's only one thing to do is dig yourself out. That's exactly what Peterborough did, and they did it Peterborough Lakers style. You're looking at the Six Nations Chiefs side, you have a team that they're trying to answer back, and they have a couple times. And we have lots in store to see if they answer back in the third period here with an 8-7 lead for Peterborough.
Well, as the staff for Peterborough has some choice words for the officials, we'll step aside. Live coverage of the third period in this first of best of 7 series is right around the corner. It's 8-7 for the Peterborough Lakers. That's the laptop. The teams are making their way back onto the turf here at the ILA. It is an 8-7 lead for the Peterborough Lakers after 2 periods of play. A couple of storylines in the first period and second periods of play. Of course, we talked about Curtis Dixon running into the goaltender of Dylan Ward, and both of them, after speaking with a couple of medical trainers on both sides, back on the benches for the third periods of play. And that was kind of a scary moment, Darryl, for both clubs, as Curtis Dixon and Dylan Ward, 2 go-to guys.
You just said it, 2 go-to guys, 2 guys that you don't want to see injured. They have Curtis Dixon, who last time we were here at the ILA when Peterborough was in town, he was a one-man wrecking crew. He really was Superman. And again, Dylan Ward, who's been solid as a rock throughout the postseason, the regular season when he's been here.
Well, this third period, of course, if no overtime, will settle game 1. And a big battle at the dot, and it has been all Peterborough, with Jeremy Thompson not in attendance tonight. And Vaughn Harris, normally their go-to guy when he's not here, not taking the draws. Pat Corbett, but this time they look to switch things up, as they'll go right back to Vaughn Harris, but he's once again unable to get it done at the dot. Peterborough starts with possession, as they've done after most face-offs. Ball starts here on the near side with the righties as they stretch the floor. Peterborough coming into this third period up by a goal, their first lead of tonight. Outside shot, Ward pops that ball right on top of the crease as he stepped out to make that outside pad save. 3-on-2 back the other way as Peterborough forces the Chiefs to slow things down.
Wanted to answer a really funny question here. Looking at some of the feedback here on our YouTube page and on Twitter, and some people were asking where Dan Smith was. He was out there right out there on that last defensive series, playing a little defense in transition here. A little different look here from the Six Nations Chiefs tonight.
Well, we mentioned it on their power play. When you don't see Dane Smith on the quarterback spot, we had Dan Dawson up top for a couple offensive sets, so it's a brand new look against this Peterborough Lakers team. Of course, Oakville in town, they switched up the power play several times as they couldn't beat Nick Rose, but their power play tonight has been deadly. Just not many opportunities. Outside shot, Ward once again, a very confident save to start this third period.
And in talking about that, Spencer, you know, when you're so familiar with your opposition like these two teams are, of course there's going to be little wrinkles that coaching staffs want to do. And head coach Rich Kilgore and Dewey Jacobs and company and John Tavares and company, little wrinkle there with Dane Smith on the defensive end.
Well, we'll keep an eye on who comes in and out of the back door. A key noticeable one on the other side is Mark Stano is playing more D than O, as we have 18 minutes left in the third. Shot off the goal post. It's going to go all the way back. Chiefs have the ball, settling it up right over the restraining line. David Brock trying to spin away, and they just push the floor back to their own end. Dan Dawson now settling things down with 17:40 remaining in the third. Now to the near side, Benesh. 2-on-2 game here on ball side. Shot high and wide, but Benesh once again, good offensive rebound. Shot off the defender's leg. And Hope's going to pick things up and settle it down for Peterborough. Stainhouse now jumping on the offensive side of the floor. Once again, they go strong right. That's going to be Aaron passes. It's going to be picked up by the Chiefs coming with speed. 2-on-2 as the Chiefs thought the Lakers went early, as Kirk knocks the net off as they came in hot. Beautiful stop, and now they push the floor back the other way. Here's Evans.
Great transition by Brendan Bonberry there. That was a really dangerous opportunity. The Peterborough Lakers had that cut and just to miss the pass there, but as they missed the pass, Brendan Bonberry intercepted. Beautiful transition opportunity there.
Evans to the near side, the shot, better stop by Ward. Good battle here as Ward's going to try and come out and take that one away. But it looks like Peterborough is going to keep going after 3 Six Nations Chiefs, but the effort coming by the Lakers, they're going to pop that one out. That is absolute stealth work from Josh Courier down low to keep that one alive, and the Chiefs have to do better down behind their own net.
You gotta love filthy, dirty, gritty lacrosse like that. And again, both teams going at it with the ball, and Courier ending up with it.
Ball up top to the far side, outside shot, Ward able to smother up that rebound. Chiefs trying to find an answer. We're scoreless here in the third. 8-7 the score after 2, and that's the way it remains. Jackson tried to kind of thread the needle to the far side. Doesn't work. 2-on-2 game right in front of Matt Vince, the backup tonight for Peterborough. Courier in there for Peterborough. As Vaughn Harris trying to find the Lucy. He's getting some help from point, but the shot clock expires, and that's just good defense from Peterborough, keeping that ball way up top.
A little bit of demolition derby action right there in front of the Peterborough Lakers bench. You know, Craig Point, Cody Jamieson, guys like that love their demolition derby. And with fair season coming around the corner, they don't mind getting dirty like that.
Well, here's Curtis Dixon, one of the go-to guys for Peterborough this season. 13 on the shot clock. Outside shot, scores. And once again, Ward fooled on an outside shot, and it's the Lakers coming alive, their first 2-goal lead of the night. And with 15:07 to go, Nations has to find an answer quickly.
That's our wonderful internet playing havoc on us again. I see the stream spinning a little bit, but Adam Jones with a beautiful shot and a goal. And again, 2-goal lead. This is a lead that the Peterborough Lakers were kind of looking for.
Well, this time Dan Coates wins the draw cleanly, but he won it right back to Peterborough. So Peterborough takes over. Just solid transition work off the draws for Peterborough tonight, and that has been a huge aspect in tonight's game. No Jeremy Thompson. And now Peterborough has owned almost every single possession when they come down in the second half of this game. Steinhaus in, the shot's going to go off the right toe of Dylan Ward. Mark Steinhaus in there battling David Brock. He's bumped to the turf. And the Chiefs bump that one to the far side, rather, and they make their way over half. Dan Dawson, the lone chief in the offensive zone on the far side. What a stop by Kirk, sliding to his right. Kirk gets the ball to the D, and they push it up the floor to Gilray. Gilray, a flip pass to the near side for Sean Evans. Sean Evans has some help as the Chiefs get settled on defense. Shot, good stop by Dylan Ward, popped all the way back out. Chasing after it is Evans. And Hogarth. Hogarth sent to the turf. Evans has a delayed penalty coming. And a 25-second count on the shot clock for the Lakers as they'll play 6-on-5. Evan Kirk on the bench. Here comes the 6th attacker now. He's going to go up top. Evans fakes, now feeds it up top. The shot, and it stays out as the whistle is blown. A minor penalty coming against the Chiefs, and that's not what you need when you're down by 2 with 13:39 to go.
Well, you said it right there, Spencer, and again, the Chiefs are trying to get a little bit of a response there, and that's not the response you want. A penalty is Sid Smith, and you know what? You have 13:39 left in the third period. Lots of time, but again, you're trying to search for a little bit of momentum here, and having to kill a penalty is not a way to get the momentum.
Once again, Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation is a proud sponsor, as well as Patricia, Sproule, and Ward Law Offices in Orangeville. Once again, a big shout out and a big thank you. And a big shout out to you, the fans, for being a part of tonight's broadcast.
And just in saying that, Spencer, just a reminder, if you're wanting to watch the replay here, the game will be archived here on the YouTube page here as well, without the constant buffering and our internet problems. So the wizards at YouTube will be helping us out if you want to watch the replay in its entirety.
Great Gann on hand for game number 1. As a huge hit. As he is sent to the turf, Billy D sends him flying.
That ball just hit the referee in the back of the head too.
As the fans are letting hold of Katoni, hear it. Katoni sets a steal on Billy D in the middle. Ward popped that one right out, but he popped it right on top of the crease. Billy D Smith has it. And that's going to be popped all the way out for Dan Coates. Coates, nice pickup off the turf, and he comes across the line. Rag team unit, this is another huge, big reason why the Chiefs have been very successful with a man down opportunity. Dawson up top, and we mentioned Kyle Jackson earlier in the broadcast, one of those guys that can rag the ball in many situations. One-man pressure, two-man pressure along the boards. Kyle Jackson has been a go-to guy, and he's on the floor now here on the near side, trying to open up. They send that one right down low. Jackson, one of the guys trying to find it, along with Point. Thurston in there as well. 30-second clock resets as Blair Ferguson gets sent down to the turf, and the fans let him hear it.
Again, I never understood that when the referees get dumped over like that, and the crowd laughs. But again, playoff lacrosse, you have both the referees paying the price here in the last couple minutes.
Well, now the Chiefs trying to find themselves and regain control of this game. It's right now Peterborough in control with a 9-7 lead. Outside shot right before the shot clock buzzer expires. So they take over possession. 11:47 remaining. Sid Smith almost about ready to exit the penalty box in 3 seconds. Now to the crease. Wow. Up over top, and you don't see that too often. The big man, Dylan Ward, caught down low, and they get him over top.
He had no choice on that one. That was a beautiful cut, and that was just a beautiful cut, catch, and chase. And you know what? Dylan Ward going down low. Dylan went down. Beautiful hands on that. And we've got a 10-7 lead for the Peterborough Lakers.
Well, the bench staff now for the Chiefs and Kilgore and John Tavares have a lot of work ahead of them. Down by 3. Halfway through this third period. As once again they lose the draws, and Peterborough's done an excellent job of really slowing down this game, as they know face-offs heavily in their favor as Mark Steinhaus comes out on the offensive side of the floor now. Steinhaus, outside shot, right into the belly pad. Ward pushes the floor to the near side. And the Chiefs coming back over half. Dane Smith with the ball to the far side. Dawson pushes it through Durston, now to Benesh. Benesh has been quiet ever since that really electric first period. And boy, that was the first couple minutes rather, as they had 4 goals in a matter of 10 minutes.
And again, it's all about adjustments. Playoff lacrosse is all about adjustments. And it looks like the Peterborough Lakers have made several, and they've worked in their favor so far.
Well, they bounce it off the turf, and they come over half with fresh legs and a fresh set of old guys on the floor, with Sean Evans starting with the ball here on the near side. 2-man game working. He's got Dixon trying to set him a seal here on the near side. Through the middle, off the goal post. Better stop by Dylan Ward in this post, as Dan Coates and company now runs the floor for the Chiefs. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Now to the crease, off the crossbar, and it goes into the protective netting in the end zone.
Again, sometimes that post is the best save.
Benesh settling it down as they spread the floor, cutting right around the seal up top. Point sets a seal, he pops right up to the quarterback position up top. Now coming around, trying to look for a crease shot. Got it off, but it was just wide. Kirk moved the net a good 5 feet back. Benesh, 10 on the shot clock. He's in his wheelhouse, just like where he shoots it. That one's going to go wide, though. And they got to get back, as that will be off the Chiefs. And a shot clock violation right in front of the Chief bench.
A little bit of frustration showing on the Chiefs' part there. You don't see that very often, but you had Randy Stutz there on the left side, really calling for the ball there. Didn't get it, and as they got to the bench, a lot of frustration showing.
The outside shot doesn't work with 9:25 remaining here in the third. 2-on-1 for the Chiefs. Nice shot, but Evan Kirk ready for the task, and a beautiful stop.
Evan Kirk's really sharpened himself after that first period barrage.
Well, the Chiefs back, ready on defense, but Peterborough slowing the game down just like they need to do. With 9 minutes to go, they have a 3-goal advantage. Sean Evans walking it over half, and now they started with the left side. Evans, with 7 on the clock, gets it to Dixon. Dixon comes around the shooter. The shot doesn't work. Up top, Chiefs trying to keep Evans at rest, and that's what they'll do. They'll take over possession as We take a look at the view count, over 500 now, as we thank you, the fans, and we thank the Dreamcatcher Foundation for being a part of tonight's broadcast, as well as Patricia, Sproule, and Ward Law offices. We can't thank them enough. Great partners with the Chiefs and this series. Outside shot's going to go wide. Of course, game 2 and 3 back in Peterborough. Game 4 will be here at the ILA 1 week from tonight. We can't wait for bring you more live broadcasts and be a part of the action once we have Game 4's coverage. Dixon in the middle of the floor, starts it on the far side. Coming around. That's Self being pushed right back up top. Dixon gets it down low. Now through Courier to the far side. Nice pass to the middle, but nice sidestep from Dylan Ward to take away that post shot.
That's for sure. Just a little point there on that last defensive set, and you have an offensive guy like Dane Smith playing defense. It looked a little bit lost there. He had to, most defensive guys have that presence back there and are talking to each other, but you can see the Chiefs defense really talking to him, trying to get his bearings set there as he was looked a little bit lost and then got back.
7.5 left to play. Here's Steinhaus. Taking a beating as he pushes it up top. He's going to go for the change. Sean Evans comes on. Evans to the crease. The shot goes off the turf and wide. Joining in the help for Peterborough, that's 21, and Thomas Hogarth. Loose ball picked up by the Chiefs as they push the floor back the other way. Six Nations trying to find an answer here as we get into the latter part of the third. Durston pushes it up top for Dan Dawson, and those bright white socks has been a huge part of tonight's game for the Chiefs. Now to the far side, Stotts trying to open up for that shot. He's got Von Harris. Loose ball as it's swatted out of the stick, and two guys tangled up. That's Stotts on the ground for the Chiefs as we go back the other way. Up over the top of Ward, but he got a piece of it through the jersey, and it's going to be controlled. David Brock finds the loose ball off the turf, and he goes behind his own net. Ward comes out to set a screen, and the Chiefs have momentum back the other way.
That was a heck of a save by Ward there on that dip and dunk. He kind of learned from that last Peterborough Lakers goal.
But Ash, low bouncer, a good shot. Caught Kirk going the other way, but it just missed wide. Arrows tonight, they're in the Brampton Memorial Center. So we'll try to get you an update on that. Coquitlam, their opponent in Game 1 of the Minto Cup. A couple years ago at the Langley Event Center, those two teams duked it out, with the Arrows coming back victorious. Coquitlam also won a couple of those Minto Cups with Christian Del Bianco, their goaltender. What a young goaltender and a bright future he has in the NLL with the Calgary Roughnecks.
Bright future. He also scored a goal tonight. Del Bianco with a goal. And after 2 periods, the Arrows are leading Coquitlam 7-5.
So 7-5 for the Six Nations Arrows, and Christian Del Bianco on the board with a goal for the Coquitlam Adirondacks. 5:30 remaining here at the ILA. Goaltender out of the net, and now he goes back. Kirk slid across, but it never caught a piece of him. That's going to go right into the stick. And now Peterborough's back, and he'll just sidestep out, as Schewel thought he had a lot more room.
Just talking about that goal, he certainly didn't do a Matt Vince where Matt Vince was playing it, but actually played out this year for the Lakers in an early MSL game. But Del Bianco, again, two of the best junior goalies in the world going at it right there in that series, and Dougie Jamieson and Del Bianco.
McNamara off the turf to Dawson. And you got to rely on Dan Dawson, and you see the coaching staff as the year progressed when Dawson started to play more games for the Chiefs. My God, his minutes have gone up, and they're really relying on him tonight with Ryan Benesh to really push this offense. They have it on the far side. Now to Benesh, that pass just going to go wide. Dawson wants it up top. He's got it. The shot kind of fluttered in there, but a better stop by Ward. And now look at this. Durston giving it to, I believe, 33 for the Peterborough Lakers. And that's Sweeting. So both of them are going to go off as Colom's walking them both to the box. And Durston and Sweeting each going off.
But again, just the way that the Chiefs were moving the ball there, great ball movement. Well, one thing they haven't done all night, or at least for the last 2 periods, has been shooting and getting that ball on net. You know what? The one thing that the Chiefs did in that first period was get balls to the net. they were shooting at will and shooting from all angles. This time they weren't doing much, and on that series was a perfect example where they were trying to get that perfect pass, and it's something they really need to kind of get away from and get back to the game in the first period where they were just shooting at will.
It's a 10-7 lead for the Peterborough Lakers with 4:21 remaining in the third. We'll play 4-on-4 as Sweeting for the Lakers and Durston for the Chiefs each get 2-minute minors. As we'll play 4-on-4, Peterborough possession up top. As they started just ringing it around the top, trying to kill a lot of time. As the clock, a big advantage for them right now as we cross the 4-minute mark left in the third. Evans takes a nice bounce shot, but it's going to go high on Dylan Ward. Ward steps out of his crease as he's got a lot of space. And the Chiefs are going to send Ward to the bench, and they're going to add a fifth. A makeshift power play as Ward is out of the net. 5-on-4 opportunity with Dawson up top. Both Randy Stotts coming in to help with Dawson setting that seal. Benesh up top. Now to Point. Point's up top. He's got it. Now to the crease for Dawson. Official almost took that one to the face as he had to duck out of the way. Now to Benesh. 15 on the shot clock. Shot. That caught a piece of Evan Kirk, and it goes off the 2014 Minto Cup banner. Way up top, hanging above the rafters here.
And a great ball, and again, great ball movement by the Chiefs, but again, they're not going north-south. They're just going east-west, and they're just passing the ball around.
A lot of good shots, but Evan Kirk and his defense really up to the challenge tonight, as that's going to be a turnover, and they come back the other way. Goaltender not in the net, and that's going to be high and wide, and it never touched any Chief players, so the Chiefs catch a huge break.
That's almost the break that the Chiefs are looking for right there.
Well, here they come back the other way. They got numbers, actually, if they can hurry, as the Lakers finally add a fourth onto the floor. They're still playing 5-on-4. Outside shot off the goal post and into the rafters.
Again, if Von Harris didn't hit the post on that, that might have been the TSN turning point right there, where they, Peterborough Lakers player just simply missed the net on the empty net.
Well, it's a 10-7 lead with 2:45 left to play in the third. Outside shot. Nice stop by Evan Kirk as he was square to that shot well before it even came. Two-man battle as Kirk's going to find that loose ball as it's squirted out into his goal crease. Connection at center. And once again, the Lakers have the clock to their advantage. Penalties are over, by the way. 2:20 left to play in tonight's broadcast. A 3-goal advantage as Steinhaus has it here on the near side. Steinhaus, low roller, as they're going to kill this clock. And Darryl, if you're the Peterborough Lakers, that's all you can ask for. They get it into Dixon. But my God, an excellent kill right there for the Peterborough Lakers as they wasted an entire 30-second clock.
They did a great job on that and almost finished it there with a great give and go. And again, the Lakers have really done a great job of getting that ball right up the middle. They've had a guy peel right up the middle, get that ball, and that's twice that they've missed the pass. But if that passes on, that might be in the net.
The shot from the far side gets blocked. Good soak by the Lakers as they're trying to close out this broadcast in game number 1. Minor interference called. It's possession in favor of Peterborough. Look out now, Dan Dawson just giving it to one of the Lakers. Tangled up with him here on the near side boards.
We know what happened when someone tangles with Dan Dawson a few weeks ago, that's for sure.
Just check TSN Bar Down on Facebook and check out that fight, as that was James Barclay of Oakville. 1:20 left to go, and this one is pretty much over unless the Chiefs can force an error, as they're going to kill another 30-second clock just by throwing it down the entire floor. Big reminder, game 2 is set as they call timeout with 1:04 remaining in the third. Game 2 set for Thursday night at the Peterborough Memorial Center. And Darryl, if you're Six Nations now and if it finishes the way it finishes, how do you regroup going into game number 2?
You gotta have a short memory. Again, we were talking about that in the first period about how Peterborough had to have a short memory after losing four straight games in the reverse sweep, as the Chiefs like to call it. But you just have to forget about it and regroup and get back to what got you successful across. And that was the first period. You know what the Chiefs did? They took it to them. They shot from all angles. They played really solid defense. They didn't give Peterborough anything inside. And the last 2 periods, the Chiefs they haven't really allowed, but Peterborough has forced their will on them, and Peterborough has really gotten inside, and a lot of those goals are as a result of just great ball movement and great movement away from the ball as well.
Well, we have 1:04 to go, and you're absolutely right. The Peterborough Lakers have owned the second half of tonight's game. From the moment they just got on a roll, they started off by outscoring Six Nations 7-3 in the second period, and they haven't looked back, as Six Nations has been held off the score sheet in this third period. Outside shot, 3 Lakers are all over it as they just push it on top of the crease, and Kirk does the rest, pulling it back into his own goal.
And again, that's another difference that the Lakers have done in the last half of this game. First period, the Chiefs were all over those loose balls, and second and third period, the Lakers 2-3 guys on that loose ball, and that's another perfect example as Stenos gets the ball and almost gets it, I should say.
Well, Hogarth with a good possession there, and that's going to be an errant pass. It's going to go well wide, so this one will be a Laker win. 10-7 will probably be the final score unless Steinhaus wants to go for another, but with 17 seconds left on the clock, Peterborough, just like they did last year, going to open up with a victory. And you know what? We knew it was going to be a tight horse race all the way to the finish, but this game really did belong to the Peterborough Lakers after that nice first period by the home side.
Absolutely, and again, perfect response, especially after you have a flat period like the Peterborough Lakers did in that first period. But if you're the Six Nations Chiefs, you really have to get that memory and just forget about it, really, and regroup for Game 2.
Well, tonight's game was a proud broadcast brought to you by the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation. The Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation is a registered foundation designated to provide and support and address situations unique to the First Nations community. The foundation will supply grants to individuals with the goal of developing youths as the future of our great community. Also, Patricia, Sproule-Ward Law Offices in Orangeville, Ontario. We are pleased to partner with them and the Chiefs for the 25th silver anniversary of Chiefs Lacrosse. The law office of Patricia Sproule-Ward, proud to serve Dufferin County and Orangeville. And Daryl, once again, a big shout out to the fans for supporting this broadcast tonight. Be sure to join us for Game 4 as the Chiefs head east to play the Peterborough Lakers in Game 2 and 3. And how do you think that'll affect this series?
Well, you know what? Peterborough has all the momentum right now. You get that first game, and again, we were talking about it before the game started, how a lot of Peterborough fans weren't really happy about having that first game here in Six Nations, but you know what? Peterborough played the perfect away game in a Game 1. And all they have to do now is kind of hold court almost, whereas the Six Nations Chiefs really have to buckle down, get that memory, or forget about this game, and get back to what makes the Six Nations Chiefs a successful team.
Well, on behalf of Daryl Smart, Brody Spees, our cameraman, and the rest of our partners and fans, we thank you for attending this one and joining us on YouTube.com. Be sure to watch the broadcast again, as it'll be archived. You can watch it from start to finish without any delay. On behalf of everyone, I'm Spencer Tangway. We thank you for joining us on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, all of that, and stay up to date as the Chiefs head east for Game 2 and 3. Final score tonight, 10-7 in favor of the Peterborough Lakers. We'll see you next Tuesday for Game 4.